Good afternoon. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching us every day, Monday through Friday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Central. I really enjoy being with you every single day. I really do. And thank you so much for the messages you send. It really brightens up my day. So I went to Cheryl Baker's farm, and they're located in Mentone, Alabama, and she's my go-to source. One of them, my go-to source, is for anything to do with gardening or pruning, whatever, anything that has to do anything with the great outdoors. And so I was at her house, and we started talking about manure, of all things. And so there are different kinds you can use, different farm animals. There are some manure sources you should not use, and she's going to detail some of those in the video. So let's go ahead and get started right now. It'll be just a few minutes. Okay, Cheryl, we're back.
Okay, so, we've talked about compost in the past, and I told y'all that we compost around here, and we do. We have several different compost piles around here. We have sheep compost pile, we have a cow compost pile, and we have chicken compost pile.
Okay.
Okay. We say, to keep them separated. Okay. But what we're going to do this year is we're actually going to mix our compost pile. So this is the chicken compost pile right here that we took directly out of our barn. All right, and this is nothing. All right.
That's good. Now, do you sell compost?
Well, I don't sell it to the public. No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason why is because I'm not licensed to sell organic compost.
Okay, right.
Okay, you can buy organic compost at Lowe's, who is licensed, and at Walmart, who is licensed. Okay.
All right, but if you have your own chickens, you're going to show us, because I have chickens, and I'm going to get some more from you this spring.
Right. I show everybody that they can do this themselves, all right, because it's ways for you to save your own money, all right. And what I do is I buy straw, or what we call straw. It's not really straw. It's a bag of shredded pine straw. Okay. And it's organic stuff, and it does come from Mr. George down there at Fort Payne Feed and Seed.
Okay.
Okay. And then we feed our chickens Hen House Reserve, which is an organic feed. And then we also, in between, give them another mix of organic feed that Mr. George feeds. And it's in a blue and white bag, I think. You have to ask Mr. George what it is, and all you have to do is say, what does Cheryl and David Baker from the Baker's Farm feed their chickens? Because everybody goes down there, and he'll tell you, yeah, I'll show you what they feed, because we send all our customers down there to Mr. George.
So when you're talking organic, everything needs to be organic, not just the manure. Just everything has to be organic.
It's going to be like this, you guys. If you're going to go green, you need to do it all the way.
All the way.
Or it's not going to work.
Right.
Okay. If one thing is out of sync, it destroys everything.
I can see that makes sense.
Because if you're going to be green, you cannot go and put pesticides or any kind of chemicals onto anything, because it will not balance. It will throw something off. Okay. Say, for instance, in your food processing situation, you go and you give your chicken something that has chemicals in it. That's it. You ruined it. Okay. They will not have a balanced diet for a month. Okay. It will take a month for them to process them chemicals out of their body. Same with a human. You go and you've been eating greens and been organic for weeks, non-GMO products, everything. Been for weeks, for months, everything. You've been feeling good and doing great, and then all of a sudden, you went and got something that's not non-GMO and that is not green or organic. It's got pesticides in it. It's got chemicals in it. and then you're feeling bad for a couple of days. Well, that couple of days ends up turning into a couple of weeks, then it ends up being a month. It takes that long to get something.
Because it has to go through your body's system before you can get rid of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me ask you another question, and this pertains to what we eat as well. So we're talking about eating organic and that kind of thing. So again, the manure, everything has to be organic for it to go through the process.
Right, so that it processes. Yeah. And you don't want any pesticides or anything in your, while it's trying to break down.
Well, I asked that question to ask this one because a lot of times people will read part of a label and it will say like organic, or it's all in the branding of it.
If it says like, it's not organic.
It's not organic. And again, how important is it to read the ingredient label on something?
It's very important.
If I can't pronounce it, I don't buy it.
Yeah, don't buy it. If you can't pronounce something, don't get it.
And I also remember one time you told me that in an ingredient label, the very first ingredient you see is what this product has the most of. So if it says sheep manure or whatever, but it's at the bottom, that's probably going to mean it's got filler in it. Am I correct?
Be careful what you get.
So read labels.
That's right.
That's
Really
important.
important to read the label. And I mean, I'm so, because of all the problems I've had, and I'm lucky to be alive now.
Well, and you're a cancer survivor.
Yes.
So
100%.
and I feel it's because of the organic way you guys eat here. So let me ask you a question. So, okay, so you get the manure, you can't directly use that on the plants, can you?
No.
Does it have to sit?
That's why we brought it out now. Okay. It's still got to go through a process, even though it's even though it's broke down. It's still got to break down. So now that we got it out of the barn, okay, I'll start throwing bananas in it. I'll start throwing more eggs.
Great idea.
In it. It's still got to break down. Okay.
No meat products.
No, ma'am. I don't allow meat products in my compost. That's a big no-no.
Well, for one thing, you're going to attract deer and whatever.
You will attract predators, and this is in my sheep pen. Ooh.
Now, you don't want them in here.
We got a bear. We already got a bear, and she's got 3 cubs on the property. And, of course, there's 100 acres out here, and it's on the back side over there by Mike, thank goodness, but by my brother-in-law. And thank goodness, because I've got chickens on this side and sheep on this side, and then on that side there's cows. So I'm glad she's on that side, okay? But still, Katie bugs on this side, we had to mow all the blackberries down because the bear and her cubs come too close to us. And the grandbabies.
That attracts them.
Right. So with the sheep being right here and the chickens being right here, and then all the blackberries were right here, and she came on this side of the property. I said, David, that's it. I said, mow them blackberries down.
So, Cheryl, let's just say I have just little backbird chickens, and I found some compost from them, okay, some manure from them. What do I need to do to get my garden ready for this coming spring using the manure?
Okay, so again, this is going
It needs to sit.
Okay? Put your eggs, you can throw any food products, any brown paper sack bags in there. It's real important, I say this real quickly, no ink products. Okay?
So if it's boxes, it can't have labels on it and all that stuff.
Right. You can use brown paper bags.
Okay.
No ink products. No labels, no ink products. Okay? And what I mean by that is, I don't suggest newspaper with ink on it.
I see. Okay.
Because that ink is
Gets down into
poison. Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. It's again,
And especially nothing that has maybe a kind of a what do you call it? Some kind of a wax coating on it.
Yeah. No wax coatings, no ink products, no pen products. Nothing like that. It just has to be, you can do white paper products and brown paper products. Okay, but nothing with labels or ink products on it, because it's poison.
And it's not going to decompose as well either, is it?
Right. It's all got chemicals on it.
So you have to really be careful with boxes. You know, a lot of people use boxes, and but again, no wax coating, no.
Yep, if it's got that wax coating like UPS or FedEx uses, it will not decompose.
Mm-hmm. And the whole magic behind the whole thing. Now, do you use I've heard of lasagna layering. Is that kind of what you do?
Well, the lasagna layering, if you're going to do that, then what you need is a bin. A bin 10 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you do the stack.
But you need brown and green, right?
Right, brown and green products. Yes.
Well,
yes, ma'am.
I need you to tell me if I'm doing this wrong, okay? I come to Cheryl for everything. That's why you need to come to Cheryl's classes. She's going to begin in March, and I'll let you know. And there's going to be an early bird special and all that, so I'll keep you all motivated. And so, but you've got to come to these. Okay, so what we do, I have these banana trees, and I hate them because they do not produce bananas, and they grow like crazy. But I decided not to cut them down because the leaves are huge and the leaves are green.
That's a green product.
Yeah, so I'm doing it the right way. Okay, so, and I'm going to tell you, they're so big, it doesn't take long to do it. So I'm putting brown down, then I'm putting green. But how do you start? Should you start with green or brown? Does it matter?
First.
Okay.
Because your brown product will be your heat.
There you go. That
Okay?
makes sense.
It'll start your heat real quick. And then your green will, because of the heat, will, cause it to heat up even quicker. Okay? And then go green, brown, And what I do is, and your green products are good, and I would add more green products and I've been to your house, walk out there to the woods and get leaves, like some dried up leaves, to mix in with them green products, and some grass, green grass, and even dry grass. And since, your husband does mow the grass a lot, get your grass clippings in
He
there
goes
too.
out there with a gauge, I think, just to see, has it grown like 2 centimeters of an inch? I mean, he loves to cut the grass. So, yeah, as soon as he cuts the grass, I get it. And by the way, we don't do any treatment on the lawn.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
no chemical, nothing like that on it.
No, we do not. We do not.
That's another important thing
That
there,
is
right?
very important. Because of what we're doing out here with the land, all through the land. Sorry, I was watching that bird. All through that's a predator.
Is that a predator? Where's your gun?
All through the land, we are restoring the land naturally without.
Well, it's beautiful. I mean, my grass is dying, and yours looks absolutely.
And all of it is dying.
But it decomposes and it renews itself.
Right. And we're planting wheat and things like that for.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Oats and wheat.
That's great. Okay. Well, Cheryl, we're going to have to go into a commercial break.
Okay.
We'll be right back in just a few minutes, everybody. Y'all hang in there.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. We're talking with Cheryl right now, and she's talking about compost and how this is really good for our garden. I have another video to show you in just a few seconds, but I wanted to mention something. She talked about using sheep manure. Cow manure is good, chicken manure as well, but I wanted to tell you the types you do not want to use. And let me see if I can find that here real quick. But I did want to mention hygiene precautions. Make sure you wear gloves, sturdy outdoor footwear, old clothes, a boiler suit if you can find one that can be left outdoors after use. Wear a face mask if materials are dry to avoid inhaling your particles. Do not eat, drink, or smoke while you're handling manure. Also, wash hands thoroughly after handling manure, even if you have been wearing gloves. So let's go ahead and look at video number 2. We'll be back shortly.
So we're still talking about composting. So now we'll walk over here to see all this, you guys, will be scraped up. All that you see.
Because this is nutrients sitting right here on the ground, right?
It is. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. It's real good nutrients too. Okay. And then, you know, as you're looking, look how dark this is.
And it starts getting darker.
And it even starts getting darker and thicker. And all this is, you can see it's really high over here. This is where David's going to dig out. Okay? He says, I'm going to start digging, the sheep poop out. All this in this barn where we're standing all the way around. And we'll just walk around here.
But now, Cheryl, let me ask you a question. I have seen people actually go get a cow patty out of their pasture and put it directly on their plants.
That's where we're fixing to walk.
Okay. Yeah, but shouldn't you layer it with something, or is putting a cow patty on your plants okay?
Well, if it's decomposed, and we're fixing to walk right out there
okay,
right
good.
now. Okay, but you see all this?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
That's just rich stuff right there.
That's right. Okay. So here's a fresh cow patty because the cows come in here too and we can't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that fresh cow patty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what you don't want to put on your plants.
Okay. All right, everybody. This is not gross. I love talking about compost, okay? And if you're a farmer like I am, you want to hear the nitty-gritty of this stuff. So it's got to be kind of dried. Or should it be dried all the way?
It should be dried all the way.
Okay.
Okay. And that's what we're going to go talk about.
It looked almost like dried mud or something.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the whole thing, everything is a cycle. And if you just follow the cycle the correct way, you'll have an abundance of food.
You will have abundance of food. Everything is a cycle, and everybody has to do their work. Mm-hmm. And that's what this farm is about. Everybody has a job to do, including the cows, the chickens, and the sheep.
And your pets, I call them pets. Your animals are like pets, though.
Yeah, oh, yes.
They're treated They're treated like your
Treat it with
kids.
respect. Okay. So here's fresh, and I mean fresh, almost completely dried.
Okay. So if
Okay.
I were to put the fresh on my garden, I'm going to ruin it. Will it cause a burning sensation to my plants?
It will burn it up. Here's almost completely dried.
Okay.
Okay, if I had a shovel,
Well, I don't mind using my fingers. I'm a farmer.
don't you dare.
Yeah, but look at
Nasty.
this. So you want it to be kind of... So it needs to be dry on both sides, right?
Yes, it needs to be dry on both sides. Let's see here.
You keep talking about yourself being a country girl. Looks like I'm one more than you are.
Well, I just got over that E. coli.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I can't touch nothing, he said.
So now you're beginning to see, I saw there'll be some bugs and stuff on it.
Yeah, if the bugs are gone, then it is safe to use. But if the bugs are still there, it is not safe to use.
Great point. I'm glad
Okay?
you mentioned that. I did not know.
And I do stay ate up with E. coli, you guys, because of this reason right here. Playing in the poop. But if you need to wear gloves, that's the most important thing, you guys, when you're, here we go, here's a good one.
Okay,
Now, that
so
one
that's
is
dry.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's-
because when you hit it with a stick, it started
It's
coming apart.
Right, okay? And it did fall apart, okay? So that's what you want to use right there to make a tea or put on your plants. You can either put it on your plants directly like that and let the rain hit it, or you can make a tea with it, okay?
Is it kind of like the grass tea I make?
Yes, ma'am. And it doesn't take much to make tea. If you're going to make tea, that right there would be a good ball.
Yes.
Put on a tablespoon to make tea. That would be strong enough to run through your little, what do they call those things? Liquid feeder things?
Oh, little,
Like they put the liquid feed.
okay, I know what you're talking about.
They put the blue food in it. I don't use it, so I don't know.
The little sprinkler bucket?
Yeah.
Something like that? Okay.
Whatever they do for the man-made fertilizer.
I don't want man-made fertilizer.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because I don't
It's
use it.
synthetics, and
Yeah,
it has
it's
all kinds of
synthetics.
weird stuff in it that I can't pronounce, and I'm not
so I don't
going
use
to
it,
use
but
that.
you know, but you can put it in your little synthetic fertilizer thing y'all use.
So, I know what you're talking about. It's like this thing that's a plastic thing, and it has a little thing, you squeeze it, and it's got a little thing, it just kind of squirts out there.
Right, and it hooks up to your
But you
water
can put it
hose.
to that. So it would have to really be dissolved.
Yeah, it will dissolve automatically. In it.
So just that much, maybe to what is it,
one tablespoon basically is what it is.
per how many gallons of water? Or
To 5-gallon buckets of water.
5 gallon. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that really does go a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It goes a long way. 1 tablespoon to 5 gallons buckets of water, and it will go a very long way.
Well, Cheryl, all
Okay.
the neighbors going to watch me out in the land today, out on the farm.
Well, we'll go a long
But I
way.
really need the fresh. I really need to leave that out there for a while
Yeah.
until it.
If you're gonna do the
because
see,
there are
now-
flies on it right now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why I got to be real careful. So when it's fresh, you will have blowflies. Okay, and if you turn it over, you should have the maggots starting.
Now this is where people get confused. They say, "Well, it's got maggots on it. I'm not going to use it."
Well,
You just have to let it dry.
you got to let it dry, though. Okay, it's not yet, because it's real fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a day or two, when you come back out here, oh yeah. Okay, there we go. The beetles are starting. Okay, so in a day or two, see this dung beetle right there? Okay, so in a day or two, this dung beetle, they'll be all in them. Okay, and they make them dung beetles. They make the the worms,
Well, we have
the bugs.
I don't know, 30 cattle out there, so I should have enough of this to do for years. My granddad, now I understand why he used to do a few things he did on this farm. And, I mean, he would collect it, and again, it would be dry. I remember that part.
Yeah,
And he
you don't
would
want
keep
to
it for
touch it when
years.
it's real fresh because of all the parasites that are actually in it. And I mean, right now, you can't see them, but they are in it.
If you had a microscope, my
Yes,
goodness.
if you had, and I have one that I could put on my phone to check my bugs in my greenhouse. But if I wish I would have brought it, then you could look at it and I could show you there are all kinds of little microscopic bugs crawling on this thing. In 3 days, they'll hatch out, and there'll be all kinds of little worms and bugs all over.
See, I noticed
3
that with the
days.
green tea as well. And I didn't know if I should use it or not. But then after a while, several weeks of it sitting in the water like that, they went away.
Yeah, they'll go away.
So it was safe to use.
Yes. And it's amazing.
Sometimes, Cheryl, I can accidentally do something right.
Well,
And I wanted to talk again about the class that you're going to have here starting in March.
Yes.
And I'll keep you guys updated as to when. And so, again, she's going to have an early bird special where you can save $50 for enrollment. So that's going to be happening too.
And it'll be served with lunch. So,
And you're a
and
cook.
you know I'm a good cook. So,
Weather permitting, I'd love to be outside. Are we going to get a picnic?
so yeah, you know, when
That'd be
it
fun.
warms up, you know, out here on the farm when it warms up, we can have it anywhere y'all choose. There's so much land out here, we can do it anywhere
You got
wanna
over
do it.
100 acres, don't you, son?
Yeah, there's 100 acres out here. We got gardens too. There's 3.75 acres of gardens. If you, we can do it in any of the gardens.
Well, let me ask a question too, and this is pertaining to the class. Will there be plants available for people to buy if they want to do that? Okay, all right.
And then we have one-time sale, okay, one time a year, okay, because we do plant a good bit of plants. We plant about 3,000 plants a year out here for our projects that we do for the state of Alabama. We do got quite a few projects going on for the state of Alabama. One of the projects is Save the Bees, Save the Butterflies.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Save the Hummingbirds and the Birds. That's one of the projects. Patricia Smith brought some butterflies out here, and we put them out there on the acalypsias that we were growing just for the butterflies. And we had monarch butterflies all over the farm. Thank you, Patricia. And
You know something? I
that
planted
was
a bunch of
awesome.
dahlias, and butterflies were everywhere. If you want some seeds, I've got. You probably already got them.
No.
You don't? Oh, girlfriend, I've got you some seeds, dahlias, and they are beautiful. They really look like a beautiful sunflower to me.
Did you put the seeds in the refrigerator already?
No, I put them in a bag.
Put them in the refrigerator, and then
Oh, I've got tons of those things. I can still go get more of. And so refrigerator first. Even while they're turning brown. Or do I need? Yeah, they're turning brown. They almost look like a marigold, but they're dahlias.
Are they dry?
Yes.
Okay, if they're dry, go ahead and put them in the refrigerator.
Yeah, they're dried
Okay,
already. I just
okay.
left them out there. Now there are some that I can get fresh though. I still have fresh ones,
That's
and
okay.
the bees and butterflies are still out there.
Yep, the dry ones. Go ahead and put them in a paper sack bag. Write Dahlia's 2023 on them. Sow in January. Go ahead and put them in the.
All right, well, I'll be out here in another week or so I will bring you some.
Yeah,
Well, there's
just
tons
go ahead
of
and put them
them.
in the refrigerator though.
Girl,
Okay.
you can plant them and sell them like crazy, and I'll promote your dahlias because I have never had so many butterflies and bees in my lifetime.
Right. Well, see, if you go ahead and do that, look right here. All this, I have a, and we'll say this will be Donna's area.
Hey, Cheryl, let's go on ahead and take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back in just a minute.
Okay.
Everybody hang in there. We're getting close to commercials. I'm sorry, we got to pay bills.
It's okay.
So much fun to spend time with Cheryl. Hope you enjoyed it, and I learned a lot, because those are some things that you're not necessarily taught in class anywhere. But thank you again, Cheryl, so much for being on the show. And thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge. Looking forward to seeing you next time.